issues.
The first time you heard someone make a negative comment about your body?
I want to say when I was
Yeah, 7, obviously, at school. Girls, they bully each other with looks.
like 7.
Do you remember the first time you heard a negative comment about your body?
4.
Even as young as like first, second grade.
Probably 5, 6 years old.
Do you remember the first time you heard a negative comment about your body?
No.
I think in 5th grade.
Like 10.
12, maybe 13 years old.
I don't.
I was bullied to hell because of this. I will try getting the photo now. I will show you how my body was when I was younger,
Around 7
during high school.
or 8.
Serious comment, intentionally hurtful. I'm not sure.
I think I was like 8, maybe like 13, 12 years old.
Like 6 years old.
Not really.
12, 13, around 15.
I don't have like a childhood memory. 4 years ago, I got kind of heavy for a bit, and a friend of mine told me I was looking a little pudgy, and then I ended up losing the weight.
10?
I can't. It's hard to remember. Yeah, I don't think I do.
5 or 6.
No, I can't. No, I don't remember.
Yeah, probably like 4th or 5th grade. I was told I had big ears.
The people who are saying they can't remember, they're 100% bullshitting the camera. They're lying 100%. It stucks. It gets stuck in your mind. If someone commented about you or at least your appearance, it's a lie if they deny it.
Damn, that's crazy. Y'all got the big ears too? Shit, bro. Shit. I got that all the time.
Did you put your hands to put a ponytail on your ass?
No, because with an afro, you don't notice it. But when my hair is short, you notice it. So that's why I wanted y'all to see what it was like growing up, because I was not allowed to have an afro when I was a kid. So yeah.
Oh yeah, mama. No, was it school or mama?
Oh, it was mom's. Sorry.
I weighed really fast when I was young, and I've yo-yoed back and forth all my life.
Is that a comment that you've been able to forget and get out of your consciousness?
No. No, not at all.
No, not really, but I'm trying to live my life.
It didn't really bother me, but it is what it is.
I just try to move on.
I think it's like all.
This is my photo. I was the heaviest in high school. Look at the difference. See the difference? I was maybe like 13, 14 years old. And I was even heavier when I was younger.
Always a battle.
It still comes back.
But just to show you now, of course, not everything is visible, but it is possible. You can lose weight easily. You can plan your progress. You can plan everything and lose it. Achieve greatness as a man.
Here and there.
Yeah, I said this also now. Maybe it's more feminine because, as you can see, most men, they're not saying. And maybe this is their conclusion, or more. If maybe you ask some red pill guy, then yeah, this will be the conclusion. But still, even men, they remember, but maybe they are not that good of speaking about it.
There are instances that make it stay in my consciousness about my body image.
So even if the comment wasn't directed at me, just hearing like people's judgments on looks or whatever seeped into me anyway.
Bullshit. This is more emotional and liberal and all that shit. But yeah, no
This
problem.
video, seeing it, a lot of people had their own thoughts. Always know, unless we talk to them about these experiences, they don't know about ours.
And people want to be boys till they try it.
They think that it's so simple. You see how men suffer. They always stay silent. If they're silent, this is the misunderstanding that happens between men and women. They see that the man is always silent or like maybe happy internally. That's why they start wanting to switch or turn into a man, thinking that everything is fine with them. But it's always going in and until I can't even say it on the video if I want to upload this video, until something goes wrong and the man is not anymore with us.
We had this one person that tried.
Yeah, exactly. Now, of course, if they ask us the same thing, I would never say that I want to be a woman, of course. Being a man, you need to also hold responsibility. It's not easy living as a man. You need to be responsible. Always the person who would take action or charge first. So many misunderstandings and misconceptions, but this is what they want to believe. What woman wants to believe. Thinking that men, yeah, they're living their life.
So God.
I had to. I'm sorry.
I would not be surprised
I had to.
if he don't got a diatribe about Jesus doing something he didn't like. See, in church, Christians were the first one to tell me about my.
I forgot to switch the camera, so I was talking the whole time. It's a face video.
I had to. I fucking had to. I'm sorry. No, but I had comments about my body when I was fairly young, right? But it's not as bad as the woman. The woman face it, and I hear it all the time. I remember my sister was not really the one that was eating that much. She doesn't really have an appetite. As a matter of fact, that didn't really change throughout history. And now whenever she comes home to we have parties and stuff like that, or we have like suppers and stuff, we invite people, we don't even count her in the portions because she don't eat that much. You know what I mean? That's how bad it is. But yeah, I did have some comments, and I always had big shoulders. You know what I mean? Even on this chat, on this thing called Ab and Preach, there's a lot of comments about looks. And it's crazy when you expose yourself, but it's like that. How many people thought I was fat? I mean, I'm still fat and 5'2", but that's besides the point, right? People always comment.
In some shots, he doesn't look fat, actually. I think last 2-3 videos when I watched him, he looked slimmer a lot. Maybe because of the clothes. But yeah, there is some volume over here. I'm not sure about Dom because he's not in the whole frame.
They take the liberty to comment on Abba's look, Abba's hair, Abba's this, Abba's that, preach. Ooh, so zesty. People are always going to comment on shit. They are. And it's been when I was a kid. I was a fat kid. As a matter of fact, my first diet was when I was 6 months old. Doctor said I was too fat, and I was because I like to eat. You know what I mean? It was never as bad as what I heard with women. Comments like eat a sandwich, or you shouldn't eat that much, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you're gonna look fat, you look fit, there's always comments that I heard about girls on top of the fact that I was always surrounded with women. So
I think there's definitely a lot more advertising and stuff like that probably, but I feel like the whole comparative stuff is kind of not that, I don't want to say it's that meaningful because it is meaningful. I don't think it's that useful in a conversation because men are dealing with their own body image issues and they go very deep. Those men, when they were asked that question, said, I don't remember or no. I can promise you half of them remember and the other half don't.
This is the thing. No, even not the other half. I don't even want him to continue this because I told you 100% that men remember, but they just keep it inside. They lock it in. They don't want to talk about it.
Want to remember. Men have tremendous amount of body dysmorphia. It's why so many of them are, crazy enough to do the whole steroid thing, get the back knee. It's why so many of them.
We have our superhero, Clav, bone smashing the shit out of his face. And you are telling me that we don't even think or remember the comments about our bodies?
And will literally do that in their teenage years and permanently change their own lives. Like the idea that men don't struggle, I promise you half the men have been like ogling other dudes who are the ideal, prototype of masculinity to replicate that. So how many of us change all aspects of our looks to replicate somebody? We just don't talk about it openly.
Just by keeping it in, we go insane. Body dysmorphia is real for men. We go insane. That's why we don't even notice it on each other. We start doing, we go to the extreme shit doing such things so that we can at least achieve something in with our appearance.
Or feel necessarily supported because we do talk about it. Bro, when I was growing up, listen, I don't know the female experience, I can just tell you mine. Everybody, ladies included, felt comfortable to tell me how thin I was and how unmasculine it was. I can't speak on being fat. I can just tell you I'm being really skinny, okay? Everybody from my family, friends, random at school, everybody. And like that's maybe just a skinny thing, but I'm just trying to say, I remember that stuff. There's no way dudes don't remember. I'm telling you, it's like people are like, oh, dudes are emotionless. That literally science proves that's the complete opposite. That men are more actually emotionally sensitive than women are. We just don't talk about this shit. We don't talk.
We keep it inside, yeah, exactly.
Talk about it. The reason why is either because we don't feel supported when we do, or secondly, we just don't have a lot.
We have this thing where we know that no one will care, even our own circle. If it's our own group, for example, we rarely talk about such things like deep things because it's either that they will make fun of us or no one will care. Bro, just do your own shit. Don't think about it. It will pass.
A lot of the spaces to learn how to cultivate that and speak about it in a safe manner with people. We just don't. You could just say one wrong thing about a dude's looks that references childhood and that dude will jump you. Because they have anger issues like that. Do you guys think that they're not affected? You don't think they didn't hear shit? But we're often taught from a young age that just talking about it is a shameful thing. You're insecure and you're going to admit it, you fucking loser. As bad as all the comments were, if I had complained about me getting comments about being skinny, I would have been laughed at too. That's a reality. I understand the point that she's making, and I hate to do the whole man versus woman thing, but that's what she was trying to do with this video, in large part. I think that's how people interpret it. Most dudes will tell you about the first girl they got rejected by bigly when they was young. Most dudes remember their first crush. Most dudes remember that L that they took. So you don't think they don't remember receiving comments from people when they was younger? You are bugging. Just guys, think about even just like gym culture. Think about how crazy it is that motherfuckers injecting like actual dangerous drugs that will shorten their lifespan on a regular basis. You know how like lip fillers everywhere is like present and everyone talks about it? Steroids operate in the exact same fashion. We're just not open about it because there's shame associated with it. There's shame with the whole involvement in that drug.
I was talking to a bunch of girls at some point. It was like, oh my God, the beauty standards, you just look at Barbie. Bitch, I grew up on Marvel and G.I. Joe American Hero. They have muscles that don't exist. All the 90s, 80s, 90s movies, people were buff. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Like that's what we grew up on, so we have that. Just, we shut up about it. We do. Yeah. We do have insecurities. It is common thing to...
It's very difficult. It's honestly very difficult to talk about it. Insecurities, you'll be only judged. No solution will be there. You need to find your own shit. No one will help you. Whether you know it directly or indirectly. You keep it for yourself until you find a solution, until you try your best. And as I said, you go to the extreme levels. Some are going to the extreme levels. That's why and I'm talking about him again. This should have never gone mainstream. He fucking bone smashes his shit. He was holding some metallic shit and like smashing. I was watching the video. Till now, I'm not even trying to accept what he's doing. And then he's also taking, I think, test. And I watched another clip of him where he said that he can't even approach, socially he's zero. He can't even approach anyone or speak to anyone in a social environment unless he takes a supplement or something. Complete bullshit.
When it's a guy, to laugh about it. When you laugh at a woman, you're cold. You're being mean. You can't ask a woman what height she is, but you can clown a motherfucker on his height all day, every day, no problem.
Yep.
You know, there's plus size models. It's usually a female. I haven't seen that much man plus size. So there's these things. It does happen. Like Abba said, she tried to make it a man-woman thing, and I understand that the comments are really crazy on the woman's side, though. It is crazy when they're young, and they're also one thing that she's not talking about. They're also sexualized very young. Very young. It's just super weird. Where they're being asked to cover their body and stuff like that when they're like 8 or 9 or 12. They're like, yo, what the fuck are you? Okay, it's a problem. So I'm a problem. So I have to cover my body because it's a problem.
Yeah, it's frowned upon too. Like,
now that's another topic, of course. But yeah, still. Yes, of course.
You try to, say anything about ladies' looks like that, it's frowned upon. It just is. But we have people like Tim Pool who exist, who literally permanently have to shower with a beanie because they're balding. Dudes who have like hats permanently glued to their head, they are so uncomfortable with the fact that they're going through a natural...
Yeah, that's another thing. I just remembered also Bradley. What was his name? Bradley what? Bradley Martin? Yeah. He's always with the hat. With his body, with his size. And the people, how they trigger him, rage bait him. He's always with the hat. Although I respect him so much. And he's talking politics over here. He's only sharing politics. But even with this promo, there is a hat. Come on, man, seriously. Either do a hair transplant or live your life, man. Remove the hat. But maybe it's part of his brand also. He's considering that.
Process that they have to permanently hide it. So I can assure you this whole idea of like men and women are so drastically different and men don't have issues about their looks. They notice their love handles. Height, man, listen. As a 6-foot master race, I can talk about this very easily, okay?
So let me just shut the fuck up.
As a big dick, right? I could talk about these topics.
Oh, we talk about big dicks?
Yeah, bring it back. I want to include you.
Boys being boys.
I'll say, like, I've heard dudes really lament their height and, like, break down about it. And you can see that a lot of them, it really affects their self-confidence in every facet. Some dudes are able to overcome it. For a lot of them, it's a really tough thing. Whether it's that, whether it's size down there, whatever it could be. Shit, I'm telling y'all, if there was a penis enlargement surgery that was proven to work as good as, like, lip filler, whatever.
Everybody would have a long dick. Everybody would have big lips and long dick.
Yeah.
They be 6'5", long dick, tan skin, ass nigga.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Go to Venice Beach and you'll see just... and gray shorts.
Yeah.
That's what you see, straight up.
Have I ever, let me think about that. My own insecurities, have I ever talked about it with my homies? A few. There's a lot I never, because I'm even ashamed to tell them. Not that they would judge me.
All of us are like this, few, literally. I have like maybe 1 or 2 people in my life who knows about me or knows about everything, what's happening like in my life. You can never speak about these things.
It has nothing to do with that. It has actually nothing to do with the quality of friendship or anything like that. Because I know they would actually be incredibly supportive. I just inherently feel shame because I feel like as a dude, you're not supposed to. And to undo that conditioning, even while being aware of it, isn't enough. You actually have to overcome that, and that's a difficult process.
We support you, but we're good friends, so we'd have to laugh first.
All right. See, that's why I never tell you niggas shit, bro. That's why I keep my mouth fucking shut. I ain't telling you shit.
I think that's healthy.
What's healthy about that?
Let's just laugh it off together, and then after that, we'll pat you on the back. Or
that's
we
crazy.
actually do the opposite.
That's crazy.
Shit, that's crazy.
I'm taking that shit to my grave.
No, speak on it.
Because recently we was in the group chat.
Speak on it.
And yo, what's wrong, Abba? Nothing. Nothing. Now you know why it's nothing.
Speak on it, bro.
This is the face of nothing.
Speak on it, bro. First you acknowledge. You comfort. You're like, yeah, all right. And then we finish that. You have to say, but you have to admit it's kind of funny. Nigga, your face.
Someone said, Abba, you can get surgery to reduce your ear size. Hey, yo, shut the fuck up.
You could.
The funny thing is I actually don't have big ears. I just have ears that stick out. It's different. So I'd have to have them peel it back. And I'm like, okay, this is a real conversation I have with y'all. I would never consider plastic surgery. Not because I'm not like, I don't need, like, yo, I want to get that Myron Indian hair plant trained. I wouldn't mind.
Should be up there. No, that's too much, bro.
What you mean? You don't want a proceeding hairline? Where it starts saying crouch on your eyebrows and just be like, sup, nigga? No?
You want
fucking little gang war between your fucking hairline and your eyebrows?
Yeah.
My eyebrows would lose because they disappeared and shit.
Yes.
My eyebrows are aging out and they need new blood. We need to do some gang initiations. I might use some lashes, and then I might just get some
lashes
eyebrows.
on your eyebrows?
Because the lashes support the gang wars for the eyebrows. This is the last line of defense right here before the eyeballs, right? And tell them to be okay with themselves.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do a lot of things to improve myself. I've gotten healthier. I've shed some weight. I've been doing a lot of good things in regards to even dressing, a little grooming thing, okay? But there's a line for me, and I think that's a line. Now, if other people cross it, I'm not judging. I'm just saying when I want to look at my people and tell them to truly love themselves, I can honestly look at them and say, I try to do the most I could as well. I also, this is going to be a little bit more, woo-woo, woo-woo magic shit. But as an artiste, I just think imperfections are good. And I think we live in a world where we shame folks for those, and we say,
imperfections are always good, actually, because even when I'm trying to trim my beard on my own, I usually do it at the barber, of course, but when it's this much, and I'm new to this, actually, I never had a proper beard, because I'm working in a hotel. But when I try to do it, and I mess up somewhere, I'm like, okay, shit, yeah, no problem, no one will notice, unless it's 100% properly trimmed. But when you don't trim it properly, and you have not gaps, but some inconsistencies, you say, shit, doesn't matter. Just do a little bit of fixing, and then it goes properly. It looks proper on your face. So no one is perfect, but the point is that men have it like women. Maybe women show it because they are more emotional in public, let's say, publicly. They show more emotions, but we hide it. So maybe this is the reason why she's doing that clickbait video and why they're commenting on this.
There's differences in those things that make you weird or off or bad, even though we pretend otherwise, we do. Lady has a unibrow. She could be a fucking icon like Frida, but then she'll get shat on every day because it's not appealing. And it's I think I like our differences. I like the fact that people want to live their own way and have their heritage showing on their skin, their forehead, which is Ethiopian as fuck. I don't want to shed that part of me, even though it's not conventionally attractive. That's an honest answer.
Beta!
Thanks. Y'all pre-sweat.
I could care less.
But I do think it's important to say